Oh, hello, hello, hello. And thus we continue for a third week in Tibet. Oh, December Chan is in the running for best girl. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of crazy. It's a Christmas miracle, to be precise. Can we make it 4 weeks in a row? The quadra kill? The 4 times back to back to back to back to back? Only time will tell. But for now, let's go to much calmer music instead of playing Assassin's new theme. And go check in on our wonderful players. And ooh, we get to see the Knights of Gulag. December is my waifu. Thank you for the 16 months. And I will unmute now. Hello.
He was working really hard on it. Hello.
Yeah, I was. Yep.
Yes. Did anyone bring you the thing I asked them to bring?
Bring me the what?
Nobody did.
About?
God damn it! I gave y'all one job.
Oh, you mean that thing?
No, not you. Them.
Okay, so it's
chat.
not that thing.
Ooh.
Okay, I will say.
Our chat something.
Let's go! Get
I
wormed!
will say, Don Laffy did bring it. I'll respect that way before we started, so it probably got missed. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Thank you.
Man, we have gotta like commission art for December Chan if we make it all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gotta happen.
What happens if I just Google December Chan? I'm not streaming that my thing on OBS, right? No, okay, yeah, they can't see my screen. Okay, December Chan. I'm just curious. I actually don't.
I got a
see
picture of a
anything.
woman I got a picture of a woman, but she's not called December Chan. She's called something else, and that says 18 plus in the corner. So I think I found a.
No, yeah, I found the same image, but it's not.
Yeah, she's not December.
Yeah, she's
Chan.
not December
she's
Chan.
something else.
I actually don't see a December Chan. I don't think she exists yet. That's impossible, right? There are no original ideas.
You gotta Google something like, you gotta specify like December as waifu or
December
waifu.
anime girl. These are just all anime girls in Santa outfits. These are all, they're just anime girls in Santa outfits.
Well, we're clearly gonna make it that December Chan does not like Christmas. Clearly.
December
Or we
as
make it
an anime
the original Christmas, like with that, I don't know, the fucking pagan holiday, not the fucking I don't even know what it's called. I don't even. Yeah. Not the entire trap, just to sell more Coca-Cola.
I actually don't see December Chan. Does December Chan not exist yet? That's insane.
We might be the first.
It has to exist. We just can't
I
find
can't
it. It's
believe
probably
we're the
some low key
first
stuff.
People to think of fucking a month.
You know, now that you're saying like that, it sounds less ridiculous. They were the first people that came up with it.
She's hot and she's cold. We gotta make her look like Katy Perry.
Oh.
She's not.
Oh man. Oh. Anyway, speaking of, just as a side note for the viewers, because I've already told the players, but for the viewers at home, and or wherever you're watching this, I would assume it would be at home. The stream will be shorter than usual, probably 2, maybe 3 hours, instead of our average, whatever the hell we usually go for, with Tibet. I've seen some of them get up to like 5 or 6. And it's because it's my grandmother's birthday, so She wants to go see the Wicked movie, so we're gonna go watch the Wicked movie.
Happy birthday.
December keeps getting
Happy
better. It's
birthday,
also
dearest grandma.
it's actually it's also my grandmother's
birthday.
birthday. Yes. Tell Skorak it's
Oh,
for
thank
a
you
good
for the 50
cause.
plutonium.
It's for a good cause, Skorak. Oh man. Ooh, but all right. So, Mr. Get Wormed over there has already said it once, still playing it, I assume. All right, so Para, let's start off strong. All right, you had a really good one last week. Can we keep up the December streak? All right, we're even though it's cold outside, we're running hot. So Para, what is your fun fact of the day?
Fun fact:
Yeah.
all of my decks have a red card. 2 of them.
A red card in what game?
Yeah,
Pokemon TCG.
Skull, he has to leave the pitch.
I have 2 red card. I have 2 like the goggles thing you use to see your enemy's card, so I can see your card and I can red card it. Just fuck you.
So in my mind, I thought you meant like every single one of them has a red colored card, and then I remembered, oh no, red card's a card in pocket. I was like, what are you talking about? Every
Yes,
red,
yes.
you just red card. No, actually, I'm so with you there, Para. I cut potions from my deck so that I can run 2 red cards. You're not a bro. There is no greater feeling than going first, because going first sucks so bad, than going first and just red carding the opponent. Just going, you have 4 cards? You have 3 now. Lose. Screw you. That Misty that was in your hand? No more.
No.
We literally
Fuck
just
Misty.
started. Do you like your starting hand? No. It's God, yeah. Red card is it's really stupid. But hey, you
It's
gotta,
so funny.
you have to fight back against these Misty abusers, okay? These Misty abusers.
Fact.
That was a fun fact. All right.
See,
all
for
right.
example, this means nothing to me. Like the deal is satisfied. I have no clue what was said.
Misty could have been heads for days, Rimpos. Yeah, I hate Starmie EX as well. I think Starmie is broken as hell. The only reason Starmie isn't tier 0 is the only one. Is only because Pikachu is the second best deck in the game. It is strong against Starmie because of type advantage. So the literal only reason that Starmie is not like a Giga tier annoying problem is because of Pikachu. Pikachu's the savior, okay? He's holding the game together with his small little mouse arms.
Just like Spider-Man held together.
Well then, I guess my Charizard
Yeah.
deck is now a 9-tailed deck.
Oh, okay. But so you, Skorak, have no idea what we were talking about. Well, then what's your non-Pokemon related fun fact of the day?
Let's see. Oh no, that would be like an ironic spoiler, so I cannot say that. It has something to do with Heaven Burns Red, which you should play, by the way. Let's see. I have finally started playing a competitive shooter game, like these past few days, which Dio knows very well.
Oh, okay. I was so confused for a moment because
Oh god.
I don't even I completely
Because you don't
forgot.
even think of it as a shooter, do you?
No, I
Leo?
don't, because I play Iron Fist, so I don't. When you said
You
competitive,
have to understand. I watched Dio's perspective, and he was like he just kept running. I was like, okay, he's gonna shoot them now. Okay, now, and then he was in their face and he just started punching them, and I was like, okay, never mind.
And then I dragon kicked into the Jeff's face and punched the shit out of him. No, he's talking about Marvel rivals. Oh god, that's so funny. The competitive
Yeah,
shooter, me with my fists. My computer can't even run Rivals. I was having a little bit of trouble as well. Don't worry. My friends were as well. I think the game is like quite buggy. It has some performance issues. Although I think I know what mine are. So. All right, so we got.
Honestly, I applaud your bravery. I would never play a melee character because holy shit, everyone in that game is so squishy.
Yep. No, trust me. You just like die. Sometimes you run
Yeah.
in and like if Hawkeye hits a headshot on you, you vanish. Anyway, all right. So we got Pokemon Pocket and Marvel Rivals, two new rivals. Two new of the hot games on the market right now. Risu, you been playing anything? What's your fun fact?
You want my fun fact?
Yeah,
You sure about that?
I need it.
Don't fucking say it like that.
I need it. Wicked.
Listen. My fun fact is that it's not going to be related to gaming. I learned that the best way to do some fun shading when you're drawing is to shade everything and then erase. Do it backwards, not the forward way you're thinking.
Digital?
And you know,
Digital or physical?
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
not physical. If
Yeah, I was
physical, you
about to
can't
say,
do that.
no, I was like, what the hell? Like in my mind, it didn't
That's
work.
why.
I was
That's
like,
why it
but
never
yeah.
occurred to me because I always drew on paper, and
Yep,
and on paper you wouldn't go, oh, let me just color everything and then set the opacity lower and then erase some part.
Yeah, okay. I could see how that could work on digital, yeah. I was super confused when you first started speaking.
You know what?
You would have
Fair.
invented like a new kind of eraser or something like that. I'm like, damn, there must be tech
Yeah.
I don't know about.
You can add layers on paper now. You don't have to worry about it.
You can add layers on paper.
I just sit there with like 5 different sheets of like tracing paper and like switch the layers manually. That's what I do.
Oh god, layers would be such an amazing tech for physical drawing. Could you imagine? He's gonna Photoshop layers. Oh man,
Some kind of magic eraser. Yeah, like in that one SpongeBob episode.
Get on it, Elon Musk. Where's my Photoshop layers for paper? I need the update. Oh, all right. So we got the new hit game drawing. Kaiser, what have you been playing that you care about at all? And or
Dude,
fun fact?
I have a total of 3 fun facts for the group. I have stacked up.
Oh,
So first,
Jesus
first
Christ.
of all, Heaven Burns Red.
Overachiever.
Heaven Burns
Oh.
Red is not a gacha game. It's a live service visual novel.
Yeah,
And that's a fact.
yes,
Yep.
he knows.
It's fucking
And I
great.
love it. It's beautiful. And I actually can't believe that you haven't gotten on it yet, Leo. It's quite weird, actually. Then, next of all,
It is
War
exactly
Thunder.
the kind of game Dio would love.
Yes, it would be. Second fun fact, War Thunder is not a vehicle simulator, it's a hero shooter, and a pretty good one at that. And it's very true. There's just like 800 different heroes you can choose from. And
Shaped like
third,
tanks.
yes. And third fun fact, go fuck yourself. No, that was a joke. Third fun fact, this week is my live streaming return. Look forward to it.
gee, ooh, okay,
Yo!
okay.
Yo,
Ooh, so I guess
it's gonna be great. We're gonna collab, and I'm gonna make him play Olympus Company.
Okay.
Okay, stream
Interesting.
cancelled.
the streaming canceled actually.
Kaiser Polaris is approaching your location.
Shipman, I think my Wi-Fi went out.
And for the last thing, I guess, I've been playing Girls Frontline 2, by the recommendation of Dim Dom. He's not here to defend himself when I say that either.
Yeah, true.
It I will admit, I've discovered something about that genre of game that's very unfortunate for Girls Frontline 2. That being that I liked Fire Emblem and XCOM because of the difficulty. Not necessarily just the gameplay by itself. Which is problematic for a gacha game. It's problematic to like the difficulty of a genre when it's also a gacha game. Which is unfortunate.
Listen. It's like Kaiser
Yeah,
said.
Arcade is pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's like
Until
Kaiser
you
said.
get Wizard, though.
Yeah, Heaven's Burns Red is like it's not a gotcha. It's a visual. It's a live service visual novel.
Yes.
Fucking what was it? War Thunder is a hero shooter, and
Yes.
and Girls Frontline 2 is basically a softcore.
Yeah.
If you go look at the room,
Oh,
It's a
and you set,
simulator.
you set
bro.
someone's butt as your
The
home screen, and that's it. And you,
dormitory is
Oh, it's,
insane.
you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you guys know this one Pokemon game where you just go around and take photos of Pokemon?
Yes.
It is
Pokemon
that
Snap.
but with feet of guns or whatever.
Oh man, yeah.
Listen,
The dormitory.
here's a fun fact. If you guys haven't looked, there is for some reason amazing detail on the character's feet. Just oh.
Of course, no, but I
Man,
cannot.
It's so sad. I actually. Continue.
I remember logging into the game for the first time, going through the first few chapters, and then you get to the level that it automatically takes you to the dormitory, and I went, oh, oh no, this is.
And then you discovered what the game's truly about. Yes.
This is Gunner game.
It's Burnus.
I wanted anime XCOM. It's Gunner game. No.
Wow, wait till you do the event that makes the gameplay like Nikke. I'm not even joking. Literally, the character there, you have to aim your gun and a butt jiggles while you're shooting, and it's like, huh.
Oh god, what were you gonna say?
Oh,
Squad,
that's
really?
Nick.
Yeah, it's an event in Girls Frontline 2. It's live right now.
I'm sorry, I haven't been able to play it yet because for some fucking reason my Steam still has it planned release date to be announced. I don't know why.
Download it from the
I was
website.
gonna
It's
say, you
like
could download
I'm
from the
so
website,
sad
right?
because
Yeah.
I hear. I mean, I'm gonna try it again. Last time I tried, I couldn't. So, anyhow,
listen, just keep
I'm
playing
sad
Heaven's
because I
Burns Red,
actually
you're
kind of
happier
like
that
some
way.
of the designs.
Yeah, some of the designs are kind of cool. Like,
Well, no, you're not happy playing Heaven Burns Red.
like the adult Nagant. I think that she's very cool. Et cetera, et cetera. Vector. She's not on at EN yet, but Vector is thumbs up,
Skodak's
double thumbs up.
Skodak's the type of person who will use all the skins you get from the starter mission that just puts them in the fucking like normal like
The
military
normal,
type
yeah,
looking
the
outfits.
military
Yeah.
outfits, yeah. They're all in the military outfits. The
Wait, they have
Skorak
that?
smiles. Yes, yeah. They're skins that you can get
Yeah.
for free by doing like the beginner missions.
Oh.
You can get the yes, you can
See?
take this
that's cool.
stupid ass bunny outfit off of the sword girl. Well, and it's so
Yes.
funny. As soon as I saw that you could do that and you could put the sword girl into a military outfit, I went, Skorak would love this.
Yes, I was in a call with Dimdom on day one, and we checked out the game, and we were all like, "This is just like Skorek is gonna grind towards that."
I'm glad we all thought the same thing. We saw the bunny girl outfit and we saw the military outfit. We're like, Skorak's gonna love this.
Okay, how the fuck is the sword girl card? Also, why the fuck is
Chronic.
there a sword
Or-
girl in Gun? Like, what's her name?
Chronic? I
Because
think his
melee
name
is broken.
What's her name? Sword?
No.
It means bunny in various
Yeah, like-
Eastern European languages.
Yeah, they don't have the gun names anymore.
Kind of.
Oh.
What's her name? It's
They,
not
they have
Chronic, it's
more
not
of their own names. I think it is Krolik, isn't it? No. Yes, it is Krolik.
Krolik. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
think.
Krolik. There you go. You could look at Krolik. But so they have names that are usually like somewhat related to the gun. Like instead of Spaz, it's not Spaz 12, or her name's not. It's Sophia. But like, oh, start with S. I don't know.
Oh.
It's something to do with the like a friend of mine explained something to do with the Girls Frontline 1 law and how that ended, how that leads into this law and like the time skip and whatever.
Yeah, that is a very weird outfit.
Yeah, but look at her military outfit though.
Ooh. Okay.
Scorak's downloading it now. I am the bone
That's
of
actually
my
cool.
sword. Skorak's got a bone for the sword.
It's
Oh,
such a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jesus,
Stupid
You
joke.
don't have to put it like that.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
check. Can I download it yet?
Oh, wait,
On
actually.
the website, yeah.
some very so before we start.
Download on Windows. Okay, yes, I got downloaded.
So before we start, actually, I have some very funny information. Or not funny, but like very interesting information I want to share with both chat and all the players. Okay. So a random fact that I found out. Do any of you know where like the original fairy tale for Santa Claus comes from? Like what country it comes from?
I don't know about Santa Claus. I
No.
know the tree
Actually,
thing is
no.
they just used to keep trees
It's-
indoors to like
well,
like
it's-
awfulness during the winter so that it could bloom in spring.
Well,
I'm
it
not
is
sure about
vaguely
Santa.
it is vaguely based on a Christian saint who lived in like the 4th century or something.
Yeah, but
Wait,
specifically,
isn't it based off that fucking German
because-
Santa Claus
yeah,
thingy?
because there's like a whole bunch of different. It's Poland actually. He's Polish.
That's why he lives in the
No,
North
he's
Pole.
not. He lives in the Mediterranean.
Poland.
He's North Polish.
Okay, so y'all want to pretend to be wizards and shit? Just fucking-
You actually stun locked me for like a solid 10 seconds there.
I'm gonna take.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
take
yeah,
one
no, I'm
just
d4
incorrect.
damage
It's
real
like-
quick.
Bro, I'm still stun locked.
He's
See-
North Polish.
So I was in a bad mood today anyway. I think you made it a lot worse.
Gulag fell
Yeah, I'm
for
sorry guys,
itself.
but I think we have to cancel this session.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and say my third fun fact actually was go fuck yourself.
Gulag fell for it. Oh, he's North Polish.
Yeah, he also fell for it.
Oh, anyway.
I feel like a lot of mistakes have been made upon this day.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Something
And-
went
and
very,
Dio did-
very wrong.
And Dio did all of them.
So. Welcome back to only one night in Tibet, just a singular night from here on out. So, where we had left off, the party was actually all mostly together in one large group. As after a scary standoff near the monastery where most people were for various different reasons, where it was revealed that Yamada was going to be the final boss to pretty much everyone, but no one ended up dying yet. Most of the party then went down to the caravans where the villagers of Musuzeme, who have just been here for the most part, trying to survive for a very long time, have finally decided that enough is enough and that they're going to try to leave. Specifically getting around the blizzard by using Lydia's powers, because she has some sort of connection to ice powers.
Oh.
While Yamada has pinged off, there are 6 shards in total. He has 2 so far, and he is looking to go down towards the Scar Grounds, which move down here, where Grace Blair is. We have found out that Grace is the person that the servant shard of Ouroboros in air quotes went to. So if Yamada can get there in time and somehow steal the power from Grace and also open the door, he will literally double his power. He will go from 2 shards to 4, which we'll see. And while that's happening, while Yamada is going around as the final boss, collecting the shards to power himself up, the rest of the party is trying to cohesively decide on what to do. Because Akar, taking a 180 from where he was at the start of the campaign, now wants to leave. He no longer wants to fight. He just wants to abandon everything and says, we're just gonna take the village and move it somewhere else. There are problems with that, as the party has realized, because as a being of thought, if any single one of them does escape, then Rocco's Basilisk can never truly be killed. Eventually, he will spread slowly over time, if the idea ever does get out, and he will slowly spread over time, and the more people that know about him, he may actually be able to manifest later on, which would be bad for obvious reasons, which is why one of the party members, specifically Ubel, has suggested that we just kill everyone. What if we murder everyone? while Elizabeth still thinks that she can 1v1 the curse, and Noah is trying his best as usual to keep everyone together. And a lot of the good guys here are in these caravans right now and trying to figure out exactly what's going on. We had left off specifically with the cliffhanger, a little bit, if you can call it that. That assassin is still around. Obviously, he reincarnated after getting enough command seals, but he's still here. He didn't leave. He couldn't leave. There's still the blizzard, and apparently he is with the caravans that are going to leave. So it looks like he wants to leave, allegedly. So
can I point out one more thing?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Lydia might kaboom.
Yes, it has been hinted at multiple times by mainly the U.S. people, the 2 U.S. agents that are floating around, but also some of the Federazia, that Lydia may not be able to control her powers. She has been described as a ticking time bomb, and so if she is the thing that's being relied on to use her powers to stop the blizzard as they move through, everyone could, in theory, actually, Kaiser, you could just like let them try, and if the U.S. was right, they'll all just die.
There's a reason Ubel has been so passive when it comes to them just leaving. You know?
Oh nah.
Oh.
Dear God.
But yes, and so this is where we're at in terms of most of the major plot threads that are probably going to come up during this session. And so, if I remember correctly, Ubel had kind of walked away from his argument with Elizabeth, and is somewhere inside of the caravans. Specifically, Noah is looking for Lancer, and Elizabeth is kind of like in a pseudo leader position for the people that want to stay and fight, because the village was still rather split between what is basically the Blair side and the Devna side. Because the Devnas want to leave now and they just want to go through the blizzard and get the fuck out of here, where the Blairs are like, no, we have to stay, we have to fight for this land. It's split about, I'd say, probably right now, I'll say 70-30 for the people that want to leave, 70. For obvious reasons. Like, there are 30% of the village wants to stay and fight. Yeah, this is their land, they're gonna leave, but like most of the people are just like people, and they're like, we saw a nuke come from the sky. we saw a giant orbital laser fire down, and there was no a crater in this land. I think that we're out of our depth.
It was just an illusion. It's fine. Just move on. No, it was fake. It was illusion magic. Nothing happened.
But just wait until they figure out that the sky doesn't turn to daytime anymore. Anyway,
Or what happened to the monastery?
Yes, correct, yeah. But yes, so most of the people, just for Skorak, for Elizabeth's perspective, most of the people are looking to leave. Again, it's like 70-30 split. 70% of the people are looking to go through the blizzard and follow a car, just because most people aren't brave enough to fight the orbital lasers that are happening in the country. And I think that I will pick up where I had left off from before. So, Noah, you had been looking around for Lancer, but you instead found a different, air quotes, servant.
Yeah. He offered a drink. Noah took it, drank it, sat down.
Oh, I did not think that you would actually accept my drink, to be honest. You never has caught me as the drinking type.
I could start.
Ah. You see, now that is the attitude you have to go with at life. You could always start something, even something bad. You could always start drinking or smoking at a young age. Why not?
Yeah, you could do any of those things.
And by the
You're
way,
just leaving?
it's clear that what he said, you could start drinking or smoking at a young age. He had like a half smile, like he's clearly making fun of you a little bit. But then you said
Listen,
you want
Noah can't say anything. He technically started smoking in high school.
So yes, I am a human now. I am a real boy, and I have no other interest in this war. I technically still do Elizabeth a favor, but if she does not notice I am gone, Assassin like looks off in the direction of Elizabeth, and then he looks back over towards Noah, and he puts like the like a finger up to his face.
I don't know who Assassin is. I'm just talking to my friend, and he's like gesturing with his hand like for like a name.
I see. I mean, wait. You are a friend of Elizabeth, no? You are on the same side.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, and so, if I help you, you said that you were looking for the spearman, correct?
So you want to clear your debt with her through me?
So hold on. I never said that. I mean, helping you is you know. But you would probably need the help of someone to help find Lancer. He is on death's door, as it were, so he is not materializing much. I know where I could find him, though.
Listen, I can't get in the way of her. I'm a little bit too scared to, honestly.
Oh, I understand that. Here, let me do you a favor then. He says as he puts the rest of the booze back into the back of the cart that he was hanging out of when you first met him. And then he goes walking away into the crowd.
Hey, follow him. What are you doing?
I am helping you out of the goodness of my heart.
Huh. I mean, no one's really done that since I've gotten here, really.
I told you all over and over again. I am not really a bad guy. I'm not really an assassin. That's why I do not like that term. True, my myth and my legend did have things to do with, murdering a whole bunch of children, but it's complicated, you know?
Listen, before I came here, that would have been kind of scary, but I think I'm over it at this point.
Life is complicated, my friend. I will tell you one thing. Even though I do think it's a bad idea for you to be stress drinking does help with that whole complicated thing of life. It narrows your focus on mostly the pain, but it narrows your focus.
I don't like it. It didn't taste nice.
That is not the reason you drink it.
Okay.
And so, unless if you're sticking with Assassin, then Assassin is going to walk around, ask a few people some questions, etc., and is walking around the little carriage, walking around the little enclave that you have that's going on here. Ubel, where were you going when you were walking in? So, did you have a specific plan? We wanted to talk to someone, or?
No specific plan. Like the last thing that he did was walk out of the conversation with Liz. And I guess when he notices that Noah is not there, he is gonna try and look for Noah. He's not like gonna look for him like a detective, but he's gonna check on where this guy went because he remembers that whole Lancer thing.
Sure. Let's get a perception then. First roll of the session. Reminder, hero
course.
point.
Yeah, for such an important thing, absolutely.
So you, after walking away from Elizabeth, look around for a while, and eventually you spot him. Maybe like one person says, "Oh, I saw him in that direction." Follow that direction for a little bit, and then you see Noah walking around with Assassin. He went looking for Lancer, and he found a different servant.
Not only that, they're talking almost friendly. He says something, no one laughs. It's a great first date.
So the moment he sees him, he just kind of stops walking. And then he's gonna follow them. I'm not gonna catch up to them, I'm just gonna walk past them. I'm not exactly gonna try to be sneaky about it, but I'm just gonna walk.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow them.
Okay. So you're like kind of trailing behind them, not like specifically sneaky, but you're not walking up to them.
Like those Assassin's Creed missions where you have to follow, like I'm holding the X button, just following them. That's the same tempo.
Noah turns around because like you step like too far, and then he like must be the wind.
Elizabeth, what are you doing? So Akar and Ubel kind of walked away from you. You can probably find, they're not like running away or anything like that. But Gaius puts a hand on your shoulder and looks down at you. Well, you can't expect everyone to fight, I guess. Not everyone has our blood or our penchant for self-sacrifice. He smiles when he says that.
I suppose you have a point there, Father. Although, I would like to at least tell him the entire scope of the plan first.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I don't exactly know what he went through, but last time I saw Lakar, he would never do something like this.
Might or might not have had something to do with it.
He looks down and eyes you.
I didn't, okay, I didn't do anything too bad, I just defeated him.
Ah. Well, you defeating him in a fight, that's a matter of course. Of course you did, but... Lad must be taking it hard. He's matured quite a bit.
Aye, well... Suppose. Either way, I do not think what he's trying to do is exactly a good idea.
You would mention that. I suppose there's some catch, perhaps the blizzard too strong.
Well, there's layers to that. If they get out, then whatever we're fighting will get stronger. Or, well, just escape. It's gonna get outside of our scope. Also, the way they're trying to get out might be, well, not exactly safe.
Now, on that note, though, Gaius says as he eyes whatchamacallit, the villagers up and down, and then looks over towards you. Strictly speaking of our penchant for arrogance and whatnot, he's clearly being like slapstick a little bit about this. What are the chances that even though we let everyone go, if we win here, we can just cause our problems to go away? I keep hearing about some big reward if we win, he says in air quotes.
Aye, well, that's one of the possibilities. We could use that reward from the, well, I guess, Wait, does he know that a Grail War is going on, or is he just kind of like...
No, he's
okay,
just picked up, yeah,
something's
that's why he
going
didn't
on.
say Grail, because yeah, he's heard multiple times that good things
Yeah.
happen if we win. So he just kind of like absent-mindedly is like, yeah, maybe we could like deal with it if
Yeah.
we win. I don't know what's going on.
No,
He's,
man just
being
came out of a coma. Give him
he's
credit.
being like a supportive father that doesn't really understand what his
Yeah.
daughter's into. He's-
What
Honestly, a
need,
great dad.
So, you must surely... Yeah, you must surely understand the concept of a Grail War.
Is that what's going on here?
Aye, that's the gist of it, and that's why I'm so hell-bent on winning. I can basically wish our troubles away.
Well, just as a reminder, Elizabeth, right now you're kind of stuck because the only thing that could cure
I don't know where the
James,
fuck Safer is!
well, also the only thing that could cure James is the Grail, from your understanding. And so
Yeah,
so one, you have to win the Grail War, and you still don't know where Saber is. Saber's just stalling out the clock. The original Joanna plan. But other than that, if you use the Grail to eliminate the serpent, and you haven't told anyone that, by the way. No one knows about that. About that plan. Is for you to just eliminate the serpent without the Grail. The serpent without the Grail, and for you to then use the Grail to save James.
Which is a very difficult thing to accomplish. Like, we're still workshopping that.
We're workshopping it.
When has Liz ever tried anything that wasn't difficult? To be honest.
True.
We're
Then the
workshopping.
day Liz gets something easy to do, she's just gonna like fail because she doesn't know how the fuck to do easy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, not many people, not even Gaius knows about the situation with James truly.
Yeah, and I'm not really telling him because I don't want him to worry.
Well, seems like it definitely have a lot on your mind if there's a Grail War going on and there's Ishvalda here and good lord, what the hell has happened when I was asleep? He like rubs the back of his neck a little bit. Well, either way, I know enough.
Well, the good thing is...
Sorry, you go.
The good thing is our mind is clear, which goes into another harebrained scheme that I had.
Well, I know enough about the situations that have been going on here to know that I shouldn't be the one leading them. I'm sure that you'll figure out something. But me and your mother are always here to lend you an ear if you need some advice every now and again. From here on out, I won't let anything happen to the family.
I'm certain that with some more of your advice, all of this could have been prevented.
Perhaps my legendary advice, Gaia says, and thinking about all the shit inside of the campaign. Yes, my advice.
Either way, well, it certainly seems like these people need some sort of, I guess I won't call it guarantee, but some sort of hope that they actually even have a chance if they are to fight.
Aye.
And, well, we do have a ley line that has been freshly cleared of the curse. The mine's safe to mine again, father.
Gaius slowly nods thoughtfully. Aye, probably take a little bit. Machinery and whatnot has probably not been manned or maintained for a while, but...
It would give them a fighting chance, I suppose.
Oh. For now, he looks up towards the darkened sky. Perhaps we can spend this last remaining hours as cheerfully as we can before we get back to work then.
I suppose people do need some leisure time as well from time to time.
Try talking to the people. Just sitting down having a chat with them. They might know of you. They might have seen you in the fight. You said you fought the car or whatnot. But do the people that you lead or want to lead truly know you? Ever sat down and had a beer with them?
I suppose I was not that busy for that.
Aye, easy to forget that the best way to inspire courage is for a person to like you. He like pats you on the shoulder again as he goes over towards some of the villagers with like his arms outstretched. Oi, David, it's been years. As he says to like a person you don't know. And he hugs him around. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
You see, she kind of like sighs and thinks about it. She's gonna go and talk to Olivia.
Olivia, okay. You see, Olivia's been
Yeah.
eyeing up Gaius, but hasn't walked over to him or anything like that as you approach. Oh, if it isn't the woman of the hour.
Well, you know, those things come and go.
A miracle worker, a warrior. Is there anything you can't do?
I guess we'll figure that out eventually, eh?
Olivia nods. And then you see her eyes drift back over towards like Akar and Lydia. Roll me either society or perception.
Okay. So about that society, would a 28 be?
Oh yeah, you have assurance in society. Not
Would I be able to just assurance my way through
Oh,
this?
damn.
Yes, you can assurance your way through it. Yes. So there's a flicker. I'm gonna have to remember that
Ooh.
that you have assurance in society now. There's like a flicker of worry when she looks back over towards Lydia in a car. And then she like fully like her eyes go back over to you, and she's like in the conversation, like waiting for you to say something.
She at least kind of like takes note of it and it's like, well, I kind of wanted to talk to you about your daughter.
She looks rather surprised that like out of all things, after resurrecting your dad from the grave, as it were, and whatever you else you've been doing and fighting a car, you're like, hey, I want to talk to you about your daughter. Like, he's like, what the hell? What's going on? So like for a moment, like she's stunned, kind of confused, her
Oh.
eyes furrow.
I think it might be a bad idea to well, from what I understand, I think Akar might want to want her to help him get all of these people out, and I don't know if it's gonna work out. I was hoping that you know enough to also know that it's a bad idea.
I don't know where you got that information. Olivia says, kind of like eyeing you suspiciously a little bit now. But the information's not entirely incorrect. Lydia has a natural talent for magic, but she is not well trained in it. I myself am not a mage, and there aren't many mages inside of the town either. Lucille was the only one, but there are rumors that she is dead. And we were never that close to her anyway.
Fucking like Liz is like just looking somewhere else for a moment. Oh, that's a very fascinating card.
So yes, you are right. My daughter probably does not know how to use her powers and to truly utilize them as best she can. It would be a dangerous journey. If she waned her powers, we could be swept up in the blizzard. People could die. Olivia says all of this and then pauses. And you see her look back over towards a car, and to her daughter with a profoundly sympathetic expression. But I trust my daughter's judgment. And it is true that with all of the strange happenings around here, it might be a good idea to try and leave. If some of us die out in the blizzard. She like shrugs. But if we stay, there is a chance that all of us can.
Yeah. I suppose it's a difficult concept to grasp either way, but the idea is that even if you leave, everyone will die.
She raises an eyebrow.
Being of thought and all, essentially what we're fighting is mage mumbo jumbo. I am not good at talking to people.
You're realizing what a few shortcomings. And Olivia like looks at you for a while, and then she reaches inside of her bag and then tosses you something. I assume you have. I assume you have absolutely no problem catching it with your assurance on athletics as well. But the it's
with my 30.
it's a small mint. It helps with stage fright, or so I've been told.
Huh. Well, thank you.
I appreciate you trying to.
He's gonna, you know.
I appreciate you trying to explain all of this, but when you start talking about fighting a being of thought, I and most of the villagers have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, the basic idea is, if you know it exists, a part of it is already inside you. So it doesn't matter where you go physically, it will follow.
If that is true, then how could we ever fight such a thing?
Well, there are a few different ways. Magic is weird, and an immensely high concentration of it can basically make miracles. If I, accomplish my current goal, then I'll make every single human unable to think of it. Or I'll make it a human, in which case it's very easy to kill.
If you succeed in either of those goals, then would it not matter if we escape?
I suppose it wouldn't. Although, they do involve quite a bit of strife.
Olivia nods and she thinks it over for a while. I do not envy your position. To be a leader, to be a ruler, is a path that not many would willingly choose. It is going to always be hard to make decisions, and that is with a normal leader. With what you're dealing with right now, like Olivia throws up her hands a little bit. And again, for some reason, when she starts talking about how hard it would be to be a leader, for reasons that you don't understand, she starts looking over towards Lydia again. Not many people can actually handle that kind of power. Not even magical power or physical strength, but the power to rule over others. The power to make decisions for others' lives. I knew long ago that it was not for me. She says with a little bit of a smirk. I will not make a decision for my daughter, if that was what you were hoping. I understand that you are between a rock and a hard place with all of this, but my daughter's life is her own. If she has decided that even though it is risky, she will try to lead us all out of here with a car, I will follow her.
I suppose that was to be expected in some levels. I was hoping you'd help me dissuade her out of this, but well, that's a respectable position, I suppose. Anyway, you were right about one thing. Leading is a mighty difficult thing. And she kind of like thinks about it a bit. Although I may know someone that's very good at advising leaders. Should probably go meet with him.
Olivia asks you a very weird question as the conversation assumingly dies down and you go leave. Elizabeth, if you had the option, knowing how difficult being a leader would become, when you were younger, if you had the option to walk away from it, would you do it?
Not for all the wishes in the world. There's nobody else I'd rather have in this position.
Olivia gives like a thoughtful expression, but she does not say anything more. She just nods. And in fact, as you go to turn around again, she throws you like another mint as a thank you for
that. Thanks, I really need these.
I really need these. Oh, and as that is happening,
Elizabeth turned into a good dog.
As that's happening, Assassin, after talking to a couple of people, and then like quote unquote tracking, as like he like just he sticks his finger into his mouth, puts it up into the air. Yes, this way. You are beginning, assuming that you might be beginning to doubt that this man knows fucking anything. As he's like leading you around in circles around the caravan for like a while.
Yes, so he's leading me somewhere, and that does lead me to ask one question while we are looking at it. It's just like, so what exactly did happen? There's always so many different versions. It's weird to talk. It's great to talk to someone who was there all those years ago.
Oh, you mean my miss? Or the miss of the person I was when I was still a servant?
Yeah, the first one.
History is complicated, my friends. Where the truth lies and where tales and fairy tales begin is often a very, very blurry line. I think you mean to ask, as he tilts his little sunglasses down a little bit as he turns around. Am I really the good guy, or am I really bad?
I mean, it already happened, so the real question is just what exactly happened.
The core facts are the same no matter who tells the story. A rat catcher comes into a rather rat-infested town. He offers them a deal. he says and smiles because you know him and deals. You will get rid of the rats for a reasonable, he puts air quotes, price. He does the job, and when he asks for his end of the bargain, they try to deny him his payment. So he takes his payment in other ways. And what is worth more than the life of a child?
Right. So, in the end, they just never paid you, and that's what led to it happening.
Yes. That is why I do not like people that go back on their deals. Deals are somewhat sacred to me. They are some of the only things that are consistent in this chaotic world.
Do you still have, like, the power you did as a servant and stuff?
More or less, yes. I use the powers to reincarnate as a human, but that does not mean that I lost any of my abilities. I am still quite the bard.
Shit, with 4 command seals fucking found in him, I would expect he's even more powerful now.
Right. Remind me to keep my word to you, lest my children one day walk off a cliff.
You do not need to worry, my friend. I do not always take the same price twice. Perhaps if you rescind on a deal, I may not take your child. I may take something else. He says, like, kind of like greedily looking at you.
Yeah, I think I'm good on the deals for now.
Listen, I am a friend to those that keep their promises. I am the worst enemy to those that betray me. Am I good? Am I evil? Who knows? Good and evil are always so stale.
I mean, in the end, they are kind of just concepts, right?
Exactly. You understand.
Oh, okay.
He's,
Chaotic lawful.
he very much is chaotic lawful. Yes, he is very chaotic lawful. Chaotic lawful. Wonderful. Or I should say, maybe like lawful
damn.
evil, probably, or lawful neutral. Probably lawful neutral. He's definitely lawful. Like, he has a code that he lives by. If he makes a deal with you, do not break the deal, or he will ruin your life.
He writes it down in his book of grudges. He might just be a dwarf.
Find a way. Well,
so does this man lead to anything eventually, or are we going to keep going?
No, I was curious.
Circle?
I was curious if you were going to ask him as anything else.
Yeah.
Because yes, eventually, after some amount of time of him leading you around and around and around, he does eventually lead you to whatchamacallit, a small outcrop that is like pretty far out from the caravan itself. After walking around in circles for a while, where there seems to be nothing. An assassin looks around for a bit. I know you are somewhere here. I cannot tell exactly where you are. Mostly because your presence has faded so much, Great Lancer. And for a moment, there is no response until finally, leaning up against the cold wall, or like the cold stone of the like the crevice that you're in, appears Lancer. You can barely even like register him as a servant, because most of the mana that makes him up is gone.
Damn.
The remnants of what used to be the Great Lancer. Lancer says with a small and cocky smile. For some reason, it is always the most forward warriors that lose out in the end. Such is life, my friend? Huh. That may be your judgment, but I haven't lost yet. Lancer says, like, still, Assassin and Lancer look at each other as if they're both extremely cocky and ready to fight.
Yeah, and then Noah's just gonna turn to Assassin and say, "Thank you."
Of course, that is no problem. As he does a deep bow between Lancer and Noah. And with this, my part in this is done. My end of the bargain, as it were. And he smiles, and then in a very assassin-like way, he just vanishes.
Hey, listen, that doesn't mean I'm gonna risk my. It means if you're looking for something, I'll point it out. Okay. And Noah's gonna walk towards Lancer.
Making deals with him is a dangerous bargain.
I don't even know if it was a deal, really.
He has a silver tongue. Everything is a deal with him. I know his type. Lies and secrets. Lies without even lying.
Are you doing okay?
Never been better.
Well, you both know that's a lie.
I'm still alive. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If I can still grab my spear, I'm doing okay.
I had a lot of things I wanted to ask you. I mean, out of everyone that's been in this war, you seem the most heroic.
Perhaps. He says, kind of like a little bit defeated, by this point. I had wondered why I had been chosen for a while now, when it appears that every one of the other servants is less than a heroic spirit. Villains, demons, and monsters. Things that were never supposed to be called heroic spirits, but I think I understand. I may be disqualified. I disqualified myself.
How so?
My wish for the Grail was to reincarnate, but truthfully, wasn't even that idealistic. My wish for the Grail was simply to right one single wrong that I made in my life at the end of my legacy. After someone very close to me died in combat, I lost the duel for the rights to his remains. And out of shame, I killed myself. I thought at the moment it was heroic, but quickly did I realize that there was nothing heroic about the act. Am I still a hero?
I don't think being a hero is about exactly what you do. I think it's about what you tried to do. You may have gone about it the wrong way, but your intentions were never bad.
If there is one thing I've learned on many battlefields that I have been on, is that intentions rarely truly matter. In the end, consequence comes for us all. It is astounding how one single act can ruin years of intentions. When confronted with the cold, hard truth of reality, the beauty of the mind is often destroyed.
Noah's gonna sadly look over to Honey because, like, he was kind of expecting something else from this man, but he looks so defeated.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so she's gonna look over to Honey and just like, and look back at Lancer. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? You're right. Again, intentions don't get you that far, and on the battlefield, maybe he wants to say assassin, but then he says bard over there. Maybe someone like him is better made for it with their lies and their deception, but
Lancer looks down.
sometimes we're
Sorry, continue.
sometimes we're given a chance and an opportunity that we aren't ready for.
Lancer looks down towards the cold, hard ground for a while, and then as you continue to speak, his eyes actually meet yours.
Sometimes we're given a second chance. Listen, I know you want to help lead them out of here, but we are really in dire need of someone like you right here. And I don't mean simply for the way you fight or your power, but it was the way you stood and almost brought everyone around you to life. I'm not good at making someone and inspiring people exactly. Like, that's why my hope is that with you around, maybe Ubal would start to see that things can be different.
He smiles a little bit when you say that, like, maybe Ubel would be able. Could you please convince Ubel? As Lancer slowly stands up, using his spear to help him get up a little bit, and you can even see that his body is like a little bit on the edges, like translucent, as if he is like barely there, and he looks down towards you, spear in hand.
Wow, he's a tall boy.
Yes. What do you ask of me?
This curse, no matter where these people run, will be with them for the rest of their lives. We are planning on destroying it. Much like you, I may not be here after this war. But I ask that you join us. That I don't care if you join me and Ubal, or heck, even if it's battle ready you want, even if you become Liz's servant. I just want, everyone wants the same thing. So I just want us to stand together. And if you do decide that you would rather take these people and lead them out, I still would offer you my mana if you need it for that.
Elizabeth has already offered me to become her servant once. You did not know that, by the way, Noah, although it
Yeah,
does seem in
and you
character.
said, yeah. And just like, and you said no? Oh no. Listen, I didn't know. I'm not here on her part. I didn't.
No need to worry. He says as he like ruffles your hair a little bit. At the time, I denied her. Because I wanted to rewrite the wrongs of my past. I wanted to live out a fantasy. One where I corrected the mistakes of my past. Where I died with honor, in battle, glorious. But I now know that that is probably not why I was summoned here. He looks up towards the night sky.
Noah looks up with him.
That dream has ended. There is no honor to die with here. And for a moment, you don't know what his intentions are, as he grips his spear a little bit, and then looks down towards you, and then looks up towards Ubel, who is in the distance. And he says loud enough, so that Ubel can hear. Do you want to know how to inspire someone?
Noah immediately like stands up, like more upright. Oh yes.
People look up to people because they want to be them. So how do you think you're going to inspire someone? Stand taller than everyone around you. Laugh louder than everyone around you. Fight harder than anyone. More than pretty words or speeches. Become an ideal. Become what they strive for. That is how you lead a person.
Noah takes a deep breath in and he looks. There's no moon, right? It's just the
Correct.
blackness.
It is
of
just
the
the
sky.
blackness,
Yeah.
yes.
He just looks up into the blackness of the sky and starts laughing, kind of like, almost like the Titus laughing. Ha 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 ha.
And he looks down to you. Noah. You, more than anyone here, I feel, have been trying their best to keep everyone together.
And also not to die, that's an important part.
While you are not a warrior like Elizabeth, I feel like this would suit you best. And he reaches down to his hand and grabs a hold of thin air itself. And as he does, slowly, a shield appears on his left hand. And he takes it off and hands you Ro Ias.
What? Are you sure about?
Rather than die in combat, he looks over past both of you, back towards the caravans, towards where a car is. There is a boy that still needs my guidance. I will not die fighting. I said that dream is already dead. It is time for me to face up to the consequences of my own actions. And he spins around the spear, and he like gets ready to jump, but before he does, I will lead them out. I will protect them. You protect the ones that stay behind.
Noah's gonna look down at the shield and back up at Lancer. And he's gonna nod. Right. I will do that. Tall and proud, you say, huh? Is the shield heavy?
Yes, yeah.
Oh. So, how do I even like use this? Is it just
You'll grow into it. And I warn you,
okay?
there is likely only one use left in that old shield of mine. When you need it most, simply call its name, and do so with pride and confidence. For you hold the seven-layered shield, Ro Ias. And with that, he pats you onto the shoulder, and then he leaps up into the sky and disappears.
Damn. Noah's gonna look over to Ubal because like he started seeing him and all of that and just go,
Take this, kid. I'm
that it?
leaving.
yeah, he's gonna put his hands on on his hips like and like stand stand up straight. See you, Ubal.
What exactly am I supposed to see?
I mean, if a great hero like that could recognize someone like me, then surely you got this.
Remember my words, Hunter. And you don't even know where he is. He's just like in the atmosphere around you.
Who will get spooked from that? Yeah.
It is never too late to become a hero. No matter how others view you, how you view yourself, if you want it, you can strive for it. Never forget that.
Ubel does not
no.
respond to this.
Yeah, Noah's gonna walk up to Ubal. Listen. I know that you just want to leave this all behind, want to end this all. But even your method doesn't work completely. It's not 100% accurate. There's a chance someone gets away. So instead, let's do the thing that we can guarantee will work. Let's kill this stupid curse. And in that same breath, let's do the thing it wanted us to do. Save your mother. He's gonna look around awkwardly and he's just gonna strut back to where he knew Liz was.
I'm never gonna understand you people continuing to try to play hero as everything goes wrong. No, I'm gonna go and visit James. Are you gonna go with me?
I mean, yeah, let's get Liz first. Might as well, right? Also, you need to apologize for shooting her in the leg, which again I don't think you will, but
Oh,
listen, I know you don't like her, but you hate the curse more, right?
I just want to have a conversation with James.
I just want to talk to him.
Well, then let's just go get the lady of the house, or that was her dad, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, him. It's. I'd rather not be in our house uninvited, and then not gonna lie, those James's sisters kind of scare me. Like I know he blew up a lot of people due to an experiment that one time, but like
James's
I don't
sister.
know.
Do James and that other sister get along well? Do you know about that?
Maria? She she killed him. But he's fine now, it's okay.
He killed him, but it's okay now.
You know, it's actually quite shocking that my mind did not even question that sentence. It's she killed him. Was there a reason for that? Some sort of personal thing? Family
Let's go
business
ask.
or
Let's go ask her. I was too scared to talk to her before after seeing that, but
well,
I mean, what's the worst you're gonna do?
it is what it is. I'm gonna go into the forest for a bit.
No. Wait. Honey, do you have? Give me something.
Who are you talking to?
To Honey. Shut up. Give me something inspiring to say to Ubal before he leaves.
Honey thinks that would be difficult. Honey thinks that he needs to see a psychiatrist.
She says you're great.
Who says I'm great?
Listen, Honey is still here. She's with me. Ryder can prove I'm not crazy. Ask her all you want.
No, it's okay. Listen.
Don't go
No,
into
no,
the
you
forest.
listen.
Okay.
It's I've had a pretty long conversation with Liz in the forest. I need to think for a bit about this whole thing. Back when I was younger, going into the forest for a bit, even if it was dark outside, would always calm me down. I just need to spend a little bit of time with myself, not surrounded by servants and masters and soldiers for at least a bit of time. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go into hiding. If you want to, you can come with me. I just need a little bit of time.
I get that. But just I know you want to get away from everything, but if there is a problem, just call Ryder, okay?
Absolutely. Not. See ya.
Just gonna look to Honey. Was I not standing up enough? Was I not upright enough?
Oh. And with that, oh man. And just as a side note, Noah, you now have 3 one-time use abilities.
Yeah.
You have the shield, you have the coin, and you have your time magic again. But you can only use them once, and then they're gone forever, and or you die.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't even know what to do with this magical bracelet I took from Lucille yet.
His one time, yeah, the Lancer had mentioned right before he'd left that there's probably not much magic left in it because Lancer is already on Death's Door. That you could probably activate Roias once to assumingly block almost anything in the campaign, but then it's gone.
That'd have been great when the nuke happened.
Just Roias, the orbital laser. Festus would have been very shocked. But okay. So, they talked about saving you, Yamada. Hey, Yamada, what are you doing?
Wait, okay, is it my time now? Hold on, let me
Yes,
open
yeah.
Roll20. Give me a minute.
Did you miss the entire part about us talking about you behind your back?
Yeah, they were talking about
I've
you.
been here. I've been here. I've been here the whole time. I've just
Technically, behind someone's back is the
You've
front
been
of their
coughing.
face.
I've just been doing my own shit.
The biggest laser versus the strongest shield.
Okay, hold up. Let me launch the game. Quick question, yo. Is the shield like the shield from like Stay Night or like?
Yeah. Because without too many spoilers, the character that uses Roias in Fate Stay Night can copy and other noble phantasms that he's seen. And that servant saw Roias being activated, so he uses Roias. But yes, it's the same shield from Fate Stay Night.
Okay,
That's the rinse ability, right?
Gotcha.
The first person to ever use it, the actual owner of Roias is Ajax, who that servant is inside of this campaign. Yeah, it's the big pink flower shield.
I'm ready.
Okay, so without you knowing,
level up.
they were talking about saving you. But anyway, so up here in the monastery, the Nick seems still like a little bit shaken is the word, I guess, after your servant, after whatchamacallit, he who brings the dark, had truly revealed himself with your face on it, with the black tattoos and whatnot. Rocco goes, teleports away a little bit, vanishes as he often does to go do something. And Nick is like looking at you for a moment. I must ask.
Go on.
I know you said you'd have the curse when everything was done, but what is the curse to you, truly?
What is the curse to me?
Is it your friend? Your brother?
Well, that's a long story.
I suppose it would be. Not everyone has familiar ties to a concept. Nick says, like looking out to where Rocco was standing.
Yeah. Yamada also looks at the place where Rocco basically stand, and like, you could say I am his vessel. There you go. That's the simplest term.
Interesting. You certainly have lived an interesting life, Prince. Or should I say fledgling Prince? He says with like a little bit of a smile. Apologies.
I guess so.
Apologies for my hesitation then. When he came out during the fight, he has a certain presence about him.
Presence? Like, I mean, I kind of understand that, but I mean, you're more the magic type of guy, right? So you could probably explain it better?
He instills fear in everyone that so much as sees him.
Huh. That's odd.
He does not have this effect on you?
I guess no. I guess no. I guess that's the perk of being his vessel, I guess.
Yes. When you are in his presence, it feels like time has stood still. Like the blood in your veins has turned to ice.
I see. Anyway, say, Nick, since, well, you said it yourself, you're a caster. I got another question. Well, and like another thing I need to ask you about, but I have a question for you.
Go ahead and ask.
Say, every object and a person has a name that universe assigned to them, right? Am I correct?
That was not the question that I thought you would ask.
Well, I've been thinking, you could say. Inside the piles of bones and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been thinking.
Yes,
Am I correct?
everything has a true name. But these true names are hidden from everyone. They're not something that is easily revealed. It would take years of research, if not a lifetime, to find a true name of something.
I see. Then, do you think you can change it? Like, do you think you can change your own true name, if you know it?
Change a true name? I do not think so. Caster says, like a little bit confused. Like he's like, you've got him thinking for now.
Yeah.
I mean, a true name is something that is decided by the world itself. It is you could say, an organization system of the planet, or the will of the planet. It's complicated. You could say, if you are religious, it is divine. You would have to have something that rivals the power of the gods to even think about it, and that is just in terms of power level. To actually devise such a spell to change a true name, I mean, in theory it would be possible, but
Okay. Then, let's say person A and person B combined together. Would their true name be A, B, or a combination?
that's
Like, okay, Dio, out of character. Yamada is saying this to both Nick and the curse as well. Like he's saying that in his mind as well.
I mean, the curse does not know. The curse doesn't know about true name magic very much. The curse is like, listen, the boss, you're asking good questions.
I mean, who knows? He has the memories of the researcher, right? So who knows? He might scavenge them.
So that is a much more doable thing. But it's... You would have to not only combine... No, so... It would have to be more than just combination. You could not just, such as... merge as a servant might to a master. You would have to completely and totally fuse your very souls together. There would be no separation between either of you anymore, and in that instance, you, in theory, would create a new identity, and then it would be filed under a different true name. If, again, you think of true names as an organization system, a new file would have to be created for you. So yes, I suppose that is a way, but you would not be you anymore. Everything that truly makes you up would be fused with another. Whether you would have control over yourself completely would be questionable.
Yamada lets out a smile, like a cynical smile. Hey, you said it yourself. Whatever it takes for power. So, you can do it then, right?
Yes,
Technically.
you can, but power always comes at a price. You would not be Yamata anymore.
Oh, Nick. I thought you already knew that. Yamada puts like one of his hands in his chest. I want to die. I want to disappear. And that's... You can probably see why I ask you this question.
Nick regretting his life choices.
Nick,
Oh no, he probably agrees because this is
yeah.
like what Yamada wants is power, and Yamada is willing to risk everything and he wants to die as well. So, in theory, he's the perfectly.
Nick slowly nods. I see. Then, yes. To answer your question with a resounding and concise answer, yes, what you are looking for would be possible. But there is no going back. I just wanted you to understand that.
Yamada looks up for a bit. Like, look, he looks like he's thinking about something. Like, probably like, this is gonna sound cheesy, but like life flashes before his eyes, something like that. Like all the memories. And then he looks back toward Nick. And he doesn't smile at him. He just looked at him and let's just say I'm willing to take it. So, can you do it?
I can. But if there's anything that I have taught you, and he looks at you now with like a not a hostile expression, but a much more serious expression. You should know that nothing in this world is for free.
I'm willing to die for this.
You misunderstand. What do I get out of it?
Well, I guess you get the perfect prince, I guess. I mean, the person that understands power more than anything.
You understand power. You understand the price. Does your friend? As I'd mentioned, you would no longer be Yamata.
Yamada looks away for a bit, it's like he's thinking about it.
But there is one thing that you could give us, or yes, I think us is the correct term.
Go on.
I presume, to state it clearly, he says as he starts to like walk slowly around you in a circle as he thinks about stuff. His footsteps echoing through the now empty halls of the monastery. You want to fuse with the curse, no?
I guess you already figured that out.
And if you do so, you would potentially revoke your path to being king, to being prince. But there would still be one that I could angle towards. I ask of you, if you fuse with the curse, would you have any need for the Grail?
Your mother looks at him confused. You want to win the Grail?
Nick gives a small smirk.
In fact, why do you want the Grail? Like, Yamada smiles back at him.
Every single leader that I have ever given advice to, that has ever taken my works into their mind, has never understood them truly. None of them have ever listened. I simply wish to know, is it truly that my ideas are wrong? Or have I not found the right person? You could say I wish to ask the Grail that question. Does the fault lie with me, or was I simply unlucky?
And what if I say yes? I don't need the Grail anymore.
And he reaches out a hand to you. Then give it to me.
Yamada is confused, like, the Grail or...
Yeah, the Grail. That's the wish from the Grail.
Like, Yamada is still confused, like, I mean, would you... Since master and servant get, like, their own wish, would you be counted as the master, or would you be counted as a servant?
The servant, but even though he does not say he wants it, I would also like you to give the master, or give Raul Arya the chance at the Grail as well. It is part of my grander scheme.
Yamada is gonna think about it, and he's gonna try and talk with Roku.
If you do this for me, I will make sure that you and your curse are fused so tightly together that there will no longer be a difference between you and your serpent.
That is something I need to think about. Especially the offer you asked me. But other than that, Yamada is gonna try and like tell Roko to like come back here because Yamada is gonna ask Roko to like come back here. Can you teleport me somewhere, Nick?
Yes, I can.
There's a I know I'm sorry, yeah. Like I know you guys are like my guests and stuff like that, but like there is something really important I need to do right now. So can you teleport me to the Scar grounds?
That would be a trifle. And as he says that, another book appears in his hand. He opens it and begins, summoning a portal. But as he does, he looks back at you. Do you want to know something very interesting?
Go on.
I think I had mentioned to you before. Raul Arya is not my master that summoned me.
I know that. Yeah. What are you willing to say your master's name?
No, not yet. I do not consider them my true master. I have no true master. My allegiance has always been with the side I think can win. What my legacy has become, the Machiavellian scheme, he says as he smirks a little bit while opening the portal. If you play every side of a war, you can never truly lose.
So your master is opposed me then.
Did I say that? If you want me on your side permanently, just stay in that position of power that you hold, and I will never betray you.
That sounds really horrible.
Would you rather have the hard truth? Or he looks up to you? A nice little lie.
I've been lied to my whole life, so one more shouldn't hurt.
Ironic. It's so ironic that the lies are the things that hurt us the least. With that, the portal finishes.
Is Rocco already like beside me or like
yeah,
what?
He eventually,
like, where the
right
fuck is he?
as the portal finishes, you feel his presence in your shadow again.
Say, Dio, how far is the Sky Ground from here?
I don't look at the fucking map. It's pretty far.
Okay.
Like opposite sides
okay.
of the campaign.
Yamada is gonna look back at Nick before going to the portal and say, I'll be right back. And hopefully I have an answer for you.
I await your answer.
Like, the monastery should be safe. It should be safe. If you stay in the monastery, I will know where you every. Just say I can see it. I know where you're going if inside the monastery.
Nick nods.
Yeah, and Yamada is gonna go through the portal, and he's gonna.
All right then. Oh.
Peta making deals to be like, yeah, Dio, you can have my character. I don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah.
No, you see, no, you're not. I'm not gonna even explain it.
Yeah, but,
It makes perfect sense.
yeah, it makes sense. But if you fuse with it, you're basically going, I don't know. This is I'm not your mother anymore. You're Dio. Take this. You play the curse now.
Machiavelli. When you play every side, you can't lose.
That man's playing 4D chess, and like no one's in the fourth dimension. Everyone else is just chilling.
He's been playing 4D chess the entire campaign. It's always the
Dude,
casters, bro.
When his master is Saber, that's gonna confuse me.
Notice how quiet the Dio went? I think that's a sign.
Oh God, it's gonna be like Caster from like Stain.
Yeah, no, I'm doing his strat. I'm just throwing out all the theories, and then like when one of them proves right, I go, I said that technically, and I know I said like 20 other wrong things, but I was right that one time.
I claim that.
Ironia. If you say everything, you have to be right at some point.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, Caster is starting to reveal his true colors a little bit. Schemes within schemes. Whose side is he really on? Who knows? It's he's on the winning side. That's what side he's on.
There was no inside checks at all. We don't know what was truth or not.
Yeah, allegiances. What are those? Ooh. Okay, but so before we, so yes, you walk through the Doctor Strange portal, back to the lands of bones. Um, Ubel. Oh man, Ubel. You walk through, you walk through these forests, and these forests used to be a sense of serene calmness for you. I remember when we started this campaign, or even before we did during our pre-session, Ubel had sometimes just gone out into the quiet of the surrounding forests because he knew them. He had been taught these paths and whatnot by his father. But all of that seems like such a long time ago. Now these forests are nothing but, I assume, a sense of anxiety, as you don't know when the next servant and or man made of metal that can stop time is going to come and try to kill you. As you'd mentioned, that even just like the fact that you heard that Maria had killed James and he's been resurrected, you're just like, yeah, that happened. As the stuff that you have seen over the course of this campaign has been so mind-shatteringly earth changing that
It was a shock therapy.
Yep, yeah. That even like as time passes and passes and passes, you begin to wonder like, all right, when's it gonna come? But nothing ever comes for you or whatnot. You are truly alone for what feels like the first time in for a long time. No one is going to attack you yet or anything like that. You can still hear the sounds of the caravans, assumingly you haven't gone off that far, in the distance, as they clang tankards of beer together and whatnot. See the smoke rising up from where they are. But you are out here, the wilderness that you grew up in. Is there anything that you are specifically going to do? You can still feel Ryder's presence in the back of your mind as always.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this actually going to happen today? I kind of thought that my part was going to be done for today. I cannot lie to you. I'm getting touched out of the blue. Listen, okay. If it's my turn, I don't know whether I have to roll or something for that, or what I would have to roll for that. But Ubel is going to go deeper into the forest, and he is on purpose going to enter the forest in a way that would make it hard for people to track him.
Okay.
By taking paths that, yes, by taking paths that other people wouldn't take and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. With a reasonable, you reasonably slip away into the forest in ways that people would find hard to track you. What do you do while you're out
I
here?
make my way to the monastery.
Oh. Okay. I did not think that was where you were going to go. I thought 100% you were going to kill James or something. That's what I thought you were going to do. This is fascinating. Okay.
What's the original plan?
Dude, I just want to say, I've been here a week. I haven't even been to the fucking Pandora outpost. I work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does the place exist, bro?
Yes,
Like
the Pandora Alpha.
Look, it's on my list of places to go. It's just been busy.
So
okay?
yeah, so just as a reminder, the campaign, there are characters inside the campaign that have got like very, very little to no screen time, and it's just because it's a sandbox. And it just kind of depends on how the story shapes out. There are characters that like will get screen time or won't, depending on like how the campaign turns out and what you guys choose to focus on and whatnot. The Pandora Outpost needed to be there in case certain things happen. It was used in the previous version of this campaign by the other players that ran through this, but anyway.
No worry, we'll get there.
But yes. So you are walking up towards the monastery, which is not something that I thought that you would be doing. And it you can sense she doesn't say anything, but Ryder just gives you like a sense of worry but doesn't say anything, like trusting your judgment.
She's just sitting there panicking, like that shivering fucking
Yeah.
dog.
Like,
In his mind. Yeah, in his mind, Ubel says, "I just want to have a couple of conversations."
And she does again. She never said anything to begin with, but she dials it back a little bit and just observes as you're walking slowly up. Oh, as you pass the Volden camp, roll me perception.
For sure.
You hear the sounds of large machinery at the Volden camp. They're doing something over there, but to what it is, you wouldn't know from just like where you are, because assumingly you're going like this path right here, so you're not going actually into the camp itself.
Okay. Ubel starts walking significantly faster.
Oh no.
And as you reach the monastery, roll me one more survival. We won't have me a lot of rolls today for Mr. Ubel. You in the back of your mind. Oh, you can hero point that if you want.
No, 20 is not that shit.
Okay. In the back of your mind, you sense that something is like off about your surroundings, but you can't tell what. Like it's not like I'm gonna die or anything like that. It's just like a weird like feeling, like something's weird for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. He kind of relates that feeling back to what he actually saw at the monastery, like the dead bodies and stuff. Like, it must be that.
Mm-hmm. And you arrive at the monastery without anyone having attacked you or whatnot. As you
The
walk,
most safest travel anybody's taken ever.
He
walked through. He said, "I want to go to the monastery," and he walked there, and nothing happened.
It arrived.
That is.
And that continues as you walk up to the monastery. The doors have not been reshut yet, and you have a chance to. Ooh, so you had only gotten a look at it from a distance. You did not truly know the extent of what had happened. But as you truly do walk into the monastery proper now, in the same area where Yamada was standing, when he was saying that death was a mercy, you look around and you can see that Yamada has brought a lot of mercy on the people that raised him. All around you, in the central hall that used to be filled with monks, there are nothing but dead bodies.
He is grossed out by it. He is massively grossed out by it. And in the back of his head is like this little voice that tells him, "This is what you are trying to achieve, man. This is what you are working to right now." But he continues walking as he's trying to find somebody.
Yes, and you, up until this point, have seen some death in this campaign. You've seen, of course, even like your own family's death very early on, but this scale is something else entirely. Just the stench itself is almost intolerable as you walk through the place that you've been to many times over your life. As eventually, when you reach the like center area, you actually see Nick walking out as you were walking in, and he looks at you with like a little bit of surprise. Oh, what do I owe the pleasure of this surprising guest?
Ubel does like a slight bow. "I was looking for the teacher that I once met. Nick, I would like to talk about something."
Of course, I was a teacher of sorts in my life. Is there something that you need, questions you need answered?
"I need you to teach me something. I want you to teach me how to use magic."
Nick is surprised. He doesn't truly fully understand and just how shocking this revelation is because he doesn't know your entire history. but he does give him pause. How of all times? Interesting timing you have, Mr. Rubel, but you are a friend of Arya. Magic is a dangerous art. Are you sure that you want to learn it?
My friend, I'm afraid that I'm not sure of it, but I'm very sure that out of every being on this planet right now, I am the one who needs to learn magic the most.
From our brief meetings, I had sensed that you had the talent. I was even curious about why no one had ever taught you how to wield it properly.
So, it was a family thing, but my father never was a fan of magic. He was wrong about many other things, though, so that's that.
I suppose, given the circumstances of everything happening around us, we don't have the time to do it the proper way. There is a proper way which would take, I don't know, about a week, at the very bare minimum, if not years. And then there is the shortcut.
I'm willing to do a lot of things for this teacher. Special favors, if any are needed, are a possibility.
The way the current pieces are on the board, I may need a favor from you. He nods. I do not, unfortunately, know the nature of the exact favor, but would you be willing to accept an IOU, knowing that I would not ask you to do something such as harm yourself?
Teacher, at this point, this wouldn't even bother me. I accept.
He nods. You do seem like you understand what you're asking. I can see it in your eyes. I do not know if it is desperation, or whether you have finally found the conviction to strive for. Either way, there is a technique to kickstart a latent mage's power. It is not one that people normally go through. Later on, if you survive this war, you will have problems properly learning magic in the way that you are supposed to. But if you need power and you need it quickly, you have come to the right place. Nick says as he slowly walks down the stairs, as he stands eye to eye level with you. Sit down. I will finish in a couple of minutes.
No, teacher, I didn't know that you were asking for those kinds of favors.
You still have the presence of mind to tell jokes now. You are impressive, Rubel. No. I simply need you to turn around and touch your back, that is all. This is not part of the favor, this is part of the process.
Ubel is a bit taken aback as he notices, like, he has caught himself making a joke again. Like, that was gone for a bit. But then he does as he is told.
And so in this new land of death and decay, you sit there and he asks you the impossible. Try to clear your mind. I know that may be hard, given our circumstances and our location, but only think of yourself. Think nothing of yourself and what you have been through. Think of the blood coursing through your veins. Think of your legacy.
He does that, and he's not completely comfortable while doing it, but he does it.
You know, Uba, before we actually do this, and he puts a hand on Ubel's back. You know that this is leading you down the path that Arya tread.
Ija, I have long thought about the things that the general has taught me. That the cost of pursuing my own happiness was going to be my happiness. I have accepted everything.
If only we could find a better way. We have, for many years, people have strove to find a path to happiness. It is ironic that, unfortunately for them, the people that strive for happiness the most often end up losing. I would ask one more time. This is hell you are walking into. Do you still wish to stride forward?
If you gave me the option between staying in Tibet with all of my stuff or taking a vacation in hell, I would sell everything I have and go in there.
Another joke. As you can feel what feels like lightning rip through your body, as you can feel Nick pouring magic into you. And it feels almost like, as the magic pours into you, it feels almost as if your whole entire body is lighting on fire. In fact, roll me fortitude.
Mm.
I need you to focus, by the way, Uba. This is called a shortcut because there is a chance you may die. He did not mention that beforehand, and it certainly feels like it now. As in fact, do you have any fire resistance?
No.
You take 8 fire damage for now.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, for now.
Think,
Yeah.
why are you searching for power? Answer me.
Why am I searching for power? To accomplish what has not been accomplished before.
Magic is a door to the impossible. It will allow you to impose your will upon the world itself. But there is always a cost. What are you willing to sacrifice? Roll me fortitude.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this hero point worthy, or would you reckon I
It's
survive
just
with this?
damage for now. How much HP do you have?
Have I? After taking 8, I have 67.
You're probably fine for now. As you take 23 fire damage. As
Okay.
it feels like your innards are melting. It feels just like Nick is just killing you. That's what it feels like. He had asked you the question, what are you willing to sacrifice for this power?
I'm willing to disregard everything I have ever said and believed in.
If you do this, your friends, your family, everyone around you might abandon you. You will be alone. Are you still certain that this is what you want? Roll will. This might be hero point worthy.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Must be nice when your hero point works.
It must be nice when your hero point works. I have this bug in mind. So you'd only take this amount of damage now. Mental damage, I don't think you have a resistance. And the question he had asked you was, you will stand completely alone. Everyone that you love will abandon you. Are you sure that this is okay if you abandon everything that you've said and your morals?
The things that I have said so far are the reason I have been alone so far. Nothing is going to change.
Then so be it. Claim your birthright then, Ube. And finally, he removes his hand from you. And you feel that warmth, that heat that was inside of you for a while. You have more control over it now. It's not so much scalding hot that's burning your organs, and much more that your body just feels warm. And I will DM you if I could find it with streamer mode on, but wherever you are. Actually, no, I have a solution to this riddle. You're in the same channel as me. Hold on.
I have no profile picture, so maybe that helps.
I don't know. Kaiser, just reply to D or something like that your message.
I got
That's a good idea, actually. G.
So, go find them. As you now have a very small spell list, but you are going to have to go find those spells before the next session.
Of course.
Oh, and specifically, yours are from. There you go. Because they're categorized into 4 different spell lists. Yours are all primal. So you take those levels that I mentioned and those numbers. You look for spells of that spell level from the primal spell list.
Very sweet. So like, after the situation is over, Ube gets up, has like a quarter of his HP left. Well, thank you for that experience, priest. But I'm afraid I have to leave as soon as possible. Make sure to think well about that favor. I have somebody to visit.
No problem. Are you sure that you do not wish to speak with Arya? He's just in the back. And with the way that the way that things are progressing, you may not get another chance to speak amicably.
I'm fine with that revelation. I'm afraid I was only looking for you anyway, so.
Nick nods.
Although I am surprised. How exactly did it come forth that you decided to fight amongst the side of Yamata? It is not something that I expected to happen.
I follow my prince, and I think that we should both know that Raul Arya is willing to side with the devil if it can give him what he wants. There is a area that is tapping into the ley line here at the monastery. Yamata was willing to give him that if he acted as bodyguard while he did.
Fascinating stuff.
However, you should know, you need not fight him even if he seems to be your enemy. All that Raul Arya wants is the magic from the ley line. Once he gains that, he has every intention to leave.
Yes, I remember being told that before. Obviously, I have no plan of even going against you people.
Nick nods. Perhaps one day you could join us. You would like that, you know.
I don't know whether I am made for the army life. I'm afraid I wouldn't do well in that scenario.
Nick nods. Everyone has their own paths to walk in life, I suppose.
I'm afraid so.
May you walk yours and reach an amicable conclusion.
Ubel does like a small bow and he starts to leave.
All right. So
I'm sorry, but with the music you were playing and the fact that King of Cannon said got Teratai fire, that is so funny.
He got Terra
Congratulations! Your normal type has become a fire type.
The thing is, the situation
Also,
with
what
Nick,
the
right?
fuck?
If this wasn't a D&D campaign, but like a visual novel instead, the visuals might have been interesting for that. Might have been a bit different. But as he leaves, he is going to be in his mind. See, Carrie, nothing went wrong.
I still don't understand whose side he's on. He just helped you like that while working with Yamada?
Honestly, he just seems like the spectator kind of guy. Like a historian. He's just here to document other people ripping each other apart.
Certainly a difficult opponent for Liz, then.
I guess so.
Oh, speaking of, Elizabeth. Skorak, if you're still here. Oh, you're muted again.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I was muted.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you're muted again. Yeah.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I was just muted.
Yeah,
I
no
forgot to
problem.
unmute.
So you are inside of the caravan again. Is there one person? Is there like a specific person that you're talking to, or are you following your father's advice and just like kind of like talking to people in general, trying to like get them on your side?
Me, pick me.
Yeah.
Also, dude,
Well, are
does
you
this
even
field
in the
material?
No one's
Well,
walking
that's
back
where I'm
to it.
gonna
Probably,
go.
yeah, probably back to it by now. Probably.
Yeah. Does the shield need to dematerialize, or do I have to carry this thing around?
So yeah, after messing around with it for a little bit, you can dematerialize it and turn it invisible. You still feel it, but like while it's dematerialized, it's like barely weighs anything.
Okay. Dear Lord, I was gonna have problems.
Where's the off button?
Yeah, you eventually can turn the off button. But yeah, there you go. So you walk
I spent a
back
long time thinking about how I could just stand on it and push it with mage hand.
But yes, you return back to the caravan. And so again, Liz, is there any one particular person that you're talking to? There was like Ling, there was Lydia, there's a car. There's a lot of different people that you could try to be convincing, or you could just try to be just like talking to the civilians themselves. Or Noah, as you see Noah return from outside, wherever he came from.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I don't know if I should be convincing Ling. Ling just saw like the whole fucking thing. I'm just kind
Yeah.
of letting that particular power cake like stew in and of itself. uh, Lydia, I don't know her that well, so anything I say will probably be just like superficial and not really like,
Hmm.
you know, something she would care about. Car seems to be the only person I can actually like try to convince.
Right, so do you?
Or I could just talk to like random people.
Yeah, you can. It's up to you. Akara is sitting by one of the campfires,
Yeah.
looking into it, kind of sleepily, idly. Every now and again, he'll like pull out his scimitar a little bit and like go to sharpen it, but other than that, he's just kind of like chilling.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure,
The
I'll
no
go
is,
over.
yeah, I was gonna say the no is gonna go over to Liz because he wants to speak to her. Hey,
Okay.
how's your leg doing?
I can walk on it. Nothing's too bad.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
Yeah, you ain't the
Listen,
one who should be apologizing. Well, I suppose maybe you kind of had to be. You kind of like signed off on it.
hey, I was supporting those around me, but
Yeah, you supporting a fucking madman.
well, who here isn't at this point? Listen, I wanted to. No, I needed to talk to you. We all want this curse gone.
Be it. That's comforting.
So, as much as I don't like the idea of Archer winning this Grail War, you I don't mind. You I trust in that.
Hmm.
So, what I'm saying
Deal.
is, I'm ready to work together to help defeat this curse.
No, I don't think I ever had an issue working with you. My big problem now is where your alliances lie. If Ubel comes up with a harebrained scheme again and tries to shoot me, what side are you gonna be standing on?
I'll trip him. Make sure he misses. Listen, again,
Fair
I said
enough
my
answer, I
problem is
suppose.
my problem's not with you.
Yes, you don't
Again,
trust
it's not even
Archer. Get
it's
that.
not even with Archer technically. It's with about a percentage of Archer. And if she's here, she knows what I mean.
Yeah. Mischief is in her nature. I think we both know that. It's probably why we actually can work together. Well, I get
Okay.
it. I'm not stupid or blind. But I'll be honest, I found quite a bit of success doing things my way with Archer. Maybe have a little more faith.
You're right. I really should have a little more faith.
Hmm.
So,
In any case, if you wanted to reaffirm our alliance, fair enough. Is there anything else?
I just want to. I just want to know what the exact plan is. Because
Well-
all these people, they're planning to leave.
I. Well, if I am to be honest, I suppose locking down Yamata and Roko would be the first part of it. It's not exactly like we can kill them or anything, but it's better to not have them running around and doing shit. And for that, I had a couple ideas. First of all, we got mana now. I mean, the Blair mine has been purified, so
Oh,
aye. In the Blair family, each known for enchanting weapons.
oh, so this is gonna be like the part where we get a bunch of people together and then we enchant a bunch of weapons and then fight the curse.
Kind of like stuffing is exactly. And when I get mana from my ley line, make weapons, arm the villagers. Although I do also have an idea that is a little more well, risky. Do you
Okay.
think the Magitech Golem cares whose mana it receives?
I'm just trying to remember if this is Noah's first time hearing about this golem.
You probably
technically.
heard of the golems, and also you were at the banquet where it was
Yeah.
announced that.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
never mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Heard about it in
Yeah,
the banquet.
sorry, it's been a while.
Yep,
No,
yeah.
November trying to hurt us. I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
Ari is currently in the monastery. He made his stance on this whole idea very much known. If we were to take some of our own mana, get into the camp and power it up ourselves, it's a machine of war. Doesn't exactly have any will to resist us.
Would I have any idea if that's possible? Asking as magic science man.
Arcana, roll me Arcana.
Because my idea is that as long as we put it in, as long as no one tries to like move it with magic, then we're fine, right? Huh.
So possible, but it's also possible that there are restraints. You just don't know without ever seeing it, and you don't know too much about the actual because I think it was mentioned the actual knowledge around the Magitech golems is kept very hidden by Ishvalda. So you would have to go in. You probably a mage would have to go in and identify it in case there are any fail safes that you could bypass. But like, yeah, it works. It's just the only thing that could be a problem is like if they have something to block that. Like if you need like some sort of magical signature to activate it, what you don't know.
We might be able to do that, but you would need someone like with good knowledge about that stuff. I think James or I could probably do it, but if Nick were there,
Aye, and that's another thing. I'll be meeting with Nick later. Honestly, he just seems to need some sort of ruler. He doesn't much care who that ruler is.
I mean, it would be beneficial to get him away from Yamada.
Aye, any sort of advantage that man gets is honestly one advantage too many at this point. He's already, kind of winning. He kind of like points at the sky.
Oh, And I'll say, at this moment, as you look up towards the sky and as you look around towards everyone inside of this campment, there is a feeling that probably goes through both you, Noah, and Elizabeth, that like a remembrance, or at least for Elizabeth, because to Noah, this place is not his home, but it might remind him even of like old days where everyone is just kind of like having like a camp out almost. Like there are like little tents set up, there are people talking and chattering. Olivia has given out a lot of her alcohol for free. Given the circumstances, it's not like she can really make a lot of money selling it at the moment. Like everyone's just kind of working together. And in general, there is this sense of camaraderie that you can feel go through the villagers, as they have been through a lot. Not as much as you, not any of them, no, I shouldn't say any of them, not many of them know about, like, the Grail War or anything else that's, like, really happened. But everyone was here in the first place. Musuzeme, as I mentioned before, was a village of, for the most part, refugees. A village of people that had lost their homes and had tried to find a new one. And as the car had mentioned in the last session, they're just going to try to find another one again, together. You see your father, Gaius, like, raising his drink with old drinking buddies of his that he hasn't seen in a long time. Olivia is out there talking with her daughter. Akar and Amir are actually having, like, a nice moment together, even though they often fight and argue. As the night wears on, people are, like, roasting marshmallows, sharing any of, like, the food or whatnot that they have, because they're going to have to share. If they're going to make it out of this night together alive. And I do think that for the first time in the entire campaign, most of the servants are gone by now. You now know who your enemy is, as you just have this calm moment before the storm, before the actual storm that happens, where you're going to have to fight Yamada and the curse, and potentially deal with a mech and whatnot. Before all of that, you're just here, inside of Musuzeme, inside of the village that you were supposedly fighting for this whole entire time. Oh, sorry, you can
Wow,
go.
this is
Sure.
it's the calmest I've ever seen this place.
Aye. It's unfortunate, really. You know, caught up with my heritage and the war and all. Don't think I've ever had enough time to really, well, experience this place as anything more than the creepy lady up the hill.
You're not that creepy.
Kind of like looks at him.
Uh,
Appreciate your optimism, Noah.
it's okay, I get it. This
All right,
place,
so
just being here the past few days. I mean, I know this was the most busy period, but
I'll be honest, if you came here like a year or two ago, you'd be downright bored to death, but came in at exciting times. Tourism is booming.
I don't think I would have been born to death. Bored to death. I was born to death. Lol. There's interesting people here,
Right, so
interesting
you-
magics to learn.
Honestly, right now, I wish there was a little less of those magics right now. Okay, so here's the plan. My father said I have to go around, talk to people, try to make them, well, seem more like a leader, which sure am. Yep, definitely a leader. I can do that. But while I do that, I can't exactly convince the one guy that can really turn the tide here. Told you what my plans are. Do you think you can offer Akar the one thing that he really would want? An actual one-up on Ishvalda?
Well, I mean, if you're really willing to give up the ley line, you could just make them leave. But
No. Raul has chosen his bed to lie in it. They're not gonna take my ley line, they're gonna take Yamada's. So I'm gonna use my ley line as a weapon.
I mean, that's one way to deal with the problem. That is a bit tricky.
That's why I'd like.
That is a bit tricky. Ishvalda does. But if they get the mana from Yamada's ley line, they should leave, right?
Aye. They will leave. But who knows what's gonna happen until then? Who knows how much power Yamada will have acquired, accumulated.
That's why one of my ideas was to not fight him, but win the war.
Win the war how? Say I defeat every single remaining servant. We don't even know where Saber is.
That's the problem. Oh, man.
So for now, I think we should fight the war we can. You go tell Akara about our plan. Emphasize the part about taking over the Ishvaldian Colossus. Try to convince him that there is a chance here to actually beat them. I'm gonna go try to be a leader. Try to see, how these mints work. Suppose the other mint.
You sure you don't need my help? I'm good with icebreakers.
Either I learn it now or never.
One more thing. I'm not sure what other plans he has that may go off, but we have completely dealt with Hephaestus.
Liz thinks about it in the sense of like, Hephaestus wasn't even on the bucket list.
Yeah.
She's never actually meaningfully interacted with that man. Like, wait, Hephaestus was a problem?
Oh, and with that, you then, Liz, slowly try to convince the civilians one at a time. And I will say, as the last actual scene for this session, eventually Gaius sees you doing this, and he walks over to you, or he beckons you over towards him, and away from the small talk of the town. It's gotten a little bit rowdy now, as people are rather drunk off of Olivia's booze. You know,
Damn.
I don't think I'd ever properly told you. Or perhaps I did, and I've just forgotten about it in the long dream that I had. But I'm sorry for everything that happened regarding James, whatever he is now. And I'm proud of you. I think that it is time, regardless of what your mother would say, for me to teach you the Blair stats properly.
She is unsure of what to say.
It is clear that my time has passed, and you are the proper and rightful leader of the Blairs. It only makes sense that I stop beating around the bush What do you say? You think you're ready?
Does it even matter right now?
It might make a difference. But right now, I'm far too drunk. Perhaps in the morning.
Then, yes, I think I am.
And then your father, he pats you on the shoulder a little bit. And then finally, instead of just patting on the shoulder, pulls you into an actual hug. I know that even if everything doesn't work out, you're trying your best.
She hugs him back. It will, though.
Of course
We'll
it
win.
will. They've never lost once. The Blairs don't know the meaning of defeat. And with that, you feel a magical presence up to the north, which you assume is probably Caster.
Nah.
Just as a side
Still
note,
do need to meet with him. Hopefully.
yes. So for everyone that's not Yamada, roll me survival. Yamada doesn't need to roll survival. Yamada just already knows this piece of information. Yamada's too
Oh,
cool to
fair
roll
enough.
survival, but yeah.
Oh, my
so
survival is 0. Woof.
I
Okay.
don't even know what this
You
is.
don't know what you know. What?
That too in Pathfinder is outrageous.
Dear Lord.
Her survival is 0. She has
Holy
nothing.
Insane.
Nada.
So,
Insane.
Bell, you're the only one that notices it. It's that same odd feeling that you had felt before. You now know what it is. It should be morning by now. No one else has noticed yet. As
Oh.
very quickly, let's go around.
Oh,
So, Ubel.
I have time sense. Fuck you.
Oh, you do. Yes. So actually, Noah, yes, you also reckon. You look up towards the sky. You look up towards the sky. I forgot you had that spell. You look up towards the sky, Noah, and you go, that's not right. As you know, the sun should be rising by now. So let's go by one at a time. The dawn has not broken. Noah, you start to realize this. Ubel, you realize this. As Ubel, you have the power of your birthright magic coursing through your veins. Your good old family rifle in your hands as you walk towards the almost completely unguarded Blair House family with James still in it. As that is happening, Noah is walking up to a car, trying to convince him to stay, as Elizabeth goes to walk towards the north of camp to go talk to Nick, who, unbeknownst to her, is Niccolo Machiavelli, who may or may not be on her side. And finally, Yamada. With Rocco's Basilisk right behind you, popping out of your shadow and slowly slithering around you as you get to the bones, you slowly walk into the cavern where you had contemplated before. The gate open. Standing in the doorway of Oblivion is Grace Blair.
I was gonna talk with Rocco if there's like time.
Oh, no,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
like
we can
talk
go
to
back
him.
in the next session. I'm just fast forwarding a little bit here to set the stage.
Oh,
as it
okay.
were. Yes,
Okay, fair
yeah.
enough.
As
Okay, fair
she slowly looks up to you, and you can see she's not hiding them. The black tattoos that mark her as a master. Took you long enough to get here. Homunculus.
Well, sorry. You could say there's like some ideal complication.
And you will have to roll me fortitude, but I will save that for the next session.
Things about to go down. Look. I just gotta say something, chat, and like the people here. I just want to say something. Whatever happened next week, this kind of sounds cringe, but whatever happened next week, I'm satisfied with the character. I'm satisfied with the character. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the character. I definitely enjoyed the character and the campaign.
Nice.
I'm not gonna join the other
Yeah,
campaign.
Dio. Yeah, Dio. We all really enjoy the campaign.
Yeah, like genuinely, I genuinely enjoy it. Even like whatever happened to this character next week, I just need to say it.
Oh, all right. Yes, end session. Oh, does that count as the chill session?
I mean, it technically kind of was really nothing really insane happened. I mean,
I took a lot
man
of damage.
man almost died getting magical powers, and but besides that,
Oh, by Tibet standards,
By Tibet
yes.
standards.
Yes. The most chill session. Oh, but there you go. Everything is set up. Alliances are seemingly being made. As everyone, we continue to march towards the end game. We continue to march towards other very important characters dying.
Dio, since Hephaestus is already dead, and like the only person that knows this information is probably Hephaestus, I just need to ask you something.
Okay.
Whose soul was Yamada? Like, whose soul is Yamada? Yamada was like
One of the villagers.
I think it's multiple.
Yes, I should say you were mostly one of the villagers, but all of the homunculuses were made from the souls of the villagers. The original villagers.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I guess I have to prepare like stuff for like next week. I need to talk with Roku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
you're
prepare some.
gonna have to 1v1 an old lady with potentially 2 shots.
I have 2 shards. Bro.
Yeah. Two
Yeah,
shards of Rocco
That's-
versus
It's only
2
right.
shards of
Hey,
Rocco.
Yeah.
I have more experience with the shards than her.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
but-
correct.
Listen, I got
Like-
a shot as well after eating Mexican food.
You probably don't. She's like
Actually-
ancient.
Look,
Yeah, to be fair,
look,
she's been
look,
chilling with this curse like
look,
for a
it'll-
long time. Actually.
It'll be like what I fought with Daigo. It'll be just like me slamming to a brick wall.
This one will actually be combat though, because Daigo kind of already knew he was going to die. You are now going to have to fight immortal versus immortal. There will be rolls in a combat scene between you and Elizabeth's mother.
You do
It's gonna
that,
be
I'll you'll do that. I'll convince a car he's haunted using honey.
Ooh, a car, you're on.
I can
Can I
tell what's
confess
behind your back.
something?
Ooh, it's your dead parents.
What?
Oh my god!
Let me confess something. What?
That whole Ubel gets magic thing is something that I came up with on the spot. I really thought that I was over for today. I thought I was just gonna get time to properly think. So now we're doing this, but it's okay. We're rolling. I have planned.
Yeah, and you gotta go get you gotta go get those spells. Remember, by the next session. But here.
Oh yeah,
actually-
I have already a direct message for you prepared, brother, but
Okay.
not for today.
And
Honestly, Dio, I thought you were gonna say no to like my idea.
so, and I would just like to point something out towards everyone. So, not everyone can become a master, right? Only masters can become masters. So, how was Grace Blair able to become a master? Who is she the master of? Originally.
Well, I mean, there's only 2 choices here.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah.
There's
because,
only 2 choices.
she was either the
I swear
master
to God,
of
if you can
Caster
sword you-
or Saber.
Next section.
Because
You know what?
the
I guess we'll
original
find out
master,
when
yeah,
she beats the shit.
the original master of Caster was never revealed because it was mentioned multiple times. Caster was not Raul Aria's servant. Caster chose Raul Aria as his prince.
but she could also be Saber's master. I guess we'll find out. Like,
Yeah.
do you get bonked with a stick or do you get bonked with a sword? We'll find.
Oh, let me
What
just.
should be
oh.
ruler?
You can just fucking like fight Grace. You're about to win it. Just hear Excalibur.
Listen, as a reminder, as an insight into one of the characters that we're getting more insights into now that they've revealed themselves, when you play every side, you can never lose.
I'll show him. He's playing the wrong sides. Watch this.
Nah. He's wrong. He's wrong. I'm playing. I'm winning either way. I'm winning either way.
So is he.
I'm
Listen,
losing
yeah.
either way.
I'm losing.
No, he's playing every side. I'm playing one side and I'm winning either way.
Oh yeah. Oh, but yes, that will be it for today's session, this week's session. 3 weeks in a row, December Chan continuing to be best girl. We will hopefully see you next week for the four weeks in a row. We'll see.
I don't believe it. No.
Watch me. Watch me.
Oh, but with that, special thank you to everyone who has watched these streams as always. Or I should say, thank you to special thank you towards, I think it was Gulag and Gulag again at the start of the stream for the 2 donations.
Yeah, good luck.
But thank you to everyone who shows up towards these at all. It has been wonderful. We will hopefully see you next week
Yay.
as things march towards the end.
Yeah.
There, guys.
Bye bye. Happy birthday.